have just my report for today.
Any questions for Monica? Seeing none, thank you, Monica.
Okay, thank you.
And Clerk of the Board, Judy Garrison. You have a resolution, I guess, don't you?
Yes, yep, it's resolution accepting and placing on file the annual 2016 Workers' Compensation and Self-Insurance Report.
Move it. Moved by Mr. Cosarelli, seconded by Mr. Gilliland. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Anything else, Judy?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
And from our county attorney, who has left us, we have a resolution authorizing the settlement of an action with Fidelity and Deposit Company of Maryland Incorporated. I do.
Should be on his way back.
I'll move it for discussion.
Moved by Mr. Scazababa, second by Mr. Monty, and we'll see if we can get some explanation as to what that is all about.
Maybe he just needed to grab something.
Sorry.
We moved the resolution through.
That explanation. Which one? Can begin now.
Yours.
The resolution.
Need explanation on it.
Deposit Company of Maryland.
No, okay, yeah. Basically, I don't know how many years ago now, at the conclusion of the construction of the jail, we had a problem with our HVAC company, Tougher Industries. They pretty much messed up everything, and they went bankrupt. We were pretty well protected. I had been following, they were doing some strange things, so we did things like cut two-party checks. We protected their employees. However, once they filed bankruptcy, they had not completed that portion of the air conditioning, heating, ventilation, then finished their contract with us at the jail. So we immediately, Noel, Mario, and I, immediately at the time, going back, it shows how some of these lawsuits can extend, we immediately hammered on the bonding company, the surety company, to finish the job. They agreed to do it. We thought everything was fine. The job was finished. The job was finished well. And then all of a sudden, the surety company started sending us claims and alleging that they had stepped into the shoes of Tupper as their representative, and Tupper had submitted a few change orders and claims which weren't properly submitted, and they weren't timely submitted, they weren't accurate, so we never even got to the point where, I don't even think they were addressed. Well, what had happened is, because Tupper went bankrupt, Fidelity and Deposit Company went to the bankruptcy court as a creditor because they had done work that Tupper should have done, and asked to be placed into the shoes of Tupper as far as any claims Tupper might have outstanding against others. And it was kind of a circuitous and pretty ingenious way to wheedle it and try to get money out of us, the county, to pay for Tupper's problems. So the bankruptcy court granted them creditor status under Tupper. They then sued us on those claims. They sued us on those claims that were submitted by Tupper. Fidelity did. The overall project, I think, was almost $2,044,000. Now we retain $700,000 of this jail money in an account. It's been sitting there because, what's that?
There's actually more.
Oh, there is, okay. Do you know how much it is?
Yeah, there was almost.
Okay. Well, then there's $1 million, maybe it's $3. And the reason that was done is because we still have this open problem. When we were sued by Fidelity, we were sued for like $1,452,659,000, which was ludicrous. This back with Tony, and we went to Albany and we had a big conference. Fidelity brought in a big construction reconstructionist, and we went through like the whole day of listening to this guy sort of BS us. But he was paid a substantial amount of money, I think $25,000 or $30,000 by the other side, to try to assuage us into thinking that they were due this money. We've had outside counsel that's been negotiating this thing, and I've been involved in it. We were at $250,000 or $275,000 as a stalling point, and finally we've come to a figure of $179,192, which is basically most of the remaining contract price plus a little extra money, which is an excellent settlement. It took forever, and I've been on these lawyers saying, what's going on? I mean, it's been years. But I think we have basically, I don't want to say, but this is a good settlement at $179,000. We have, Dan says, $1 million in there. And I highly recommend that we settle for this amount and get this behind us. And it's been a long haul. And then also, you need to think of what you want to do with that remaining money, because you're going to have a remaining pot of money after the payment of these legal expenses, or settlement expenses, to do with what you'd like. So I need a motion.
It's on the floor now.
Yeah,
So we moved it.
Oh, it is, okay. So the motion says, oh, you've read it, okay.
Yeah. Can I ask,
Mr. Scott,
the remaining amount, let me ask Dan this. Dan, can that be used, are those bonds callable? I mean, can you pay above and beyond on your principal payments on the building?
Some can, some can't,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can. I mean, I have some ideas about how we should use that money.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that would probably make sense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we need all of it, but there are, specifically the nutrition building, we have money that's not accounted for in terms of the overall cost. We've got the money from the forestry account, we got the money from the grants, but that still leaves a balance there. I think you could cover the balance there. That
I guess my question would be, Mr. Manning,
Yeah.
but can you use it, I mean, those bonds were issued on the building of that building specifically. So can you use those funds for other purposes, is my question.
I would say so, because we have no other, I'll look into it,
Yeah.
but I don't think we have any need for it at the jail right now, so. But I understand your
Right.
point. I understand your point. And we'll maybe take a look at the issuance of the bonds, what the language says.
Okay, thank you.
Mr.
I'm not on the committee, I just want to know, Dan, this has your endorsement.
Absolutely, yeah. This makes sense.
Further questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We have one other resolution authorizing a contract with New York State DEC for the reimbursement of solid waste disposal costs for the years 2017 and 18.
We already did that, and I'm sorry, I should.
we did that?
We did that, I brought that up at DPW because that's the appropriate committee to bring it up in, and so, thank you for that. And then I have one other thing, I'd like to go into executive session to explain some stuff on indigent legal counsel, and the law, and if Brandon would like to join us, that's fine with me. I know I'm hitting him by surprise, but he pretty much knows all of what I'm going to say, so.
We have a motion to move into executive session by Mr. Merryle, seconded by Mr. Gilliland. All in favor?
I gotta ask a question. Why does that require executive session?
Because I'm going to give you legal counsel and various options. We can discuss it out here, but the legal issues that are involved in it need to be discussed in executive session. When we come out of executive session, if you'd like, and we can go through the whole, what our options are, but legally and some of the other things are...
I'm not trying to give you, I'm just asking because we
you're the guy that-
discussed it numerous times in open session, that's why I'm...
Yeah, no
you know.
problem, but it's a good point. No problem with it.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Is this a particular case, or is
Right.
it a general?
No, it's the general, how we're going to be dealing with a variety of issues that are related to assigned counsel, both criminal and family court.
Again, I'm not trying to be difficult, but I don't really see where this warrants an executive session. I've read your notes here, and I just don't see where it warrants that.
Well, there's certain things that will be legal advice that I don't want to divulge that don't have to be divulged, number one, and it's attorney-client confidentiality until we make a decision. The other stuff we can certainly discuss outside, but...
All in favor? Opposed?
I'm opposed.
We're going into, Scott Laval is opposed. Going into executive session. session. By Mr. Maryhill, seconded by Mr. Giordano. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so we're back in session. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, there were no decisions made in executive session regarding the indigent legal defense. However, I have prepared basically a little report, which will be made public, and if the press wishes a copy, we can give the press a copy too. And, as I explained, right now, because of the new parole hearing guidelines that are coming down through the governor's most recent budget, the Office of Indigent Legal Services is going to aid Essex County and trying to get to a place where we get quality legal representation for indigents at the best possible price, and hopefully the language is a little amorphous in the legislation, but it appears that the state will pay for a lion's share of our expenses, keeping in mind it's only criminal and not family court, and family court's out there in the wind. So happy to share the report with everyone.
Anything else to come before the Personnel Committee? Mr. Monty?
I just have two resolutions I'd like to offer. Richard Graver was nominated for Volunteer of the Year for Office of the Aging and went to Albany, receive a certificate and luncheon at the governor's office. I'd like to offer that as a resolution honoring Richard.
Okay, your name in a second?
Second. And my second is a resolution honoring Robert Sweat, who had to resign due to health reasons after 20 years of serving as a town councilman in town of Lewis.
Second. Thank you.
Thank you.